Have you ever considered that the daily bath you relied on for years, believing it keeps you feeling fresh, clean, and healthy, might actually be doing more harm than good once you reach 70? What if that warm shower or long soak, meant to wash away the day, is secretly depleting your skin, draining your energy, or even increasing your risk of a dangerous fall? It's a surprising thought, isn't it? We've been conditioned to think that frequent bathing is key to good hygiene. But as we grow older, the rules shift, and the reality might catch you off guard. In this video, we're revealing the truth about how often seniors should actually bathe. And trust me, it's not what you've always been told. We'll be discussing fragile skin, hidden health risks, and a surprising change in what cleanliness means after 70. Stick around until the end, because we're sharing 7 eye-opening facts that could completely change how you or your loved ones approach personal hygiene. Plus, you'll discover one expert-recommended technique that keeps seniors feeling fresh and healthy, without ever having to step into a slippery bathroom. You won't believe how simple it is, and skipping it could mean missing out on a safer, more comfortable lifestyle. Before we start, we ask you to like the video and leave a comment to help the channel grow. Subscribe and activate the notification bell to stay updated on our content. Now let's begin. 1. Frequent bathing can be harmful to senior skin. Aging is an unavoidable journey, and once we reach our 70s, our skin undergoes significant changes that alter its structure and function. Decades of scientific studies, including those from leading institutions like the University of Pittsburgh and the University of California, San Francisco, have shed light on these transformations. As we age, our skin becomes significantly thinner. The epidermis, the outer layer, loses density, while the dermis weakens due to decreased collagen and elastin production. The sebaceous glands, which once provided natural oils to keep the skin soft and supple, slow down dramatically. Similarly, sweat glands become less active, making it harder for the skin to retain moisture. The result is not just drier skin, but skin that is far more delicate than in younger years, lacking the natural oil barrier that once protected it. For older adults, the habit of daily bathing, especially with hot water, harsh soaps, or prolonged soaking, can turn this natural vulnerability into a serious health concern. Each shower strips away what little sebum remains, leaving the skin defenseless. Dermatologists warn that this isn't just a matter of minor discomfort. It sets off a harmful chain reaction. Initially, dryness leads to a tight, prickly sensation, which often escalates into persistent itching as the skin's weakened barrier becomes irritated. In more extreme cases, a condition called xerosis develops. Xerosis, a term derived from the Greek word for dryness, turns the skin rough and scaly, sometimes even forming cracks that cause sharp pain with movement. These cracks are not just cosmetic issues. They can bleed, invite infections, and worsen conditions like dermatitis. But beyond physical symptoms, excessive bathing impacts the senior's overall well-being. Imagine the frustration of constant itching interrupting sleep, or the discomfort of flaky skin catching on clothing throughout the day. For those with limited mobility or arthritis, the physical effort of daily bathing is already challenging, and adding skin damage only worsens the problem. Studies indicate that hot water speeds up this damage by breaking down essential lipids, fatty substances critical to maintaining the skin's protective barrier, while alkaline soaps disturb the skin's natural pH, which should ideally stay around 4.5 to 5.5 in older adults. This isn't just a matter of comfort or appearance, it's a serious health risk. When the skin's defenses are weakened, bacteria, fungi, and allergens can enter more easily, leading to infections or aggravating chronic wounds such as ulcers. What starts as a well-meaning hygiene practice could, over time, quietly erode a senior's resilience, making it worth reconsidering how often they actually need to bathe. 2. Reducing bath frequency lowers infection risk. In a society where cleanliness is often linked to frequent washing, here's a surprising truth that might make you pause. For individuals over 70, bathing less frequently can actually strengthen their protection against infections. This isn't just a theory, it's a science-backed conclusion, with research from sources like the New England Journal of Medicine offering compelling evidence. Studies tracking older adults have revealed a striking trend. Those who bathe less often experience fewer skin tears. Those tiny yet problematic rips in the skin that may appear insignificant but have serious repercussions. Unlike youthful skin, which recovers quickly from scrapes, aging skin is fragile and slow to heal. Tears in this delicate tissue take much longer to close due to reduced blood circulation, a weakened immune system, and slower cell regeneration, common markers of aging. These open wounds act as entry points for harmful bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus or Streptococcus, which can lead to cellulitis, abscesses, or, in severe cases, systemic infections such as sepsis. The link between bathing habits and skin tears stems from how water and soap affect aging skin. Frequent washing, especially with hot water, strips away the lipid bilayer, a microscopic barrier of fats and oils that keeps moisture locked in and skin cells intact. Harsh soaps and detergents intensify this damage by breaking down key proteins like keratin, leaving the skin brittle and vulnerable to splitting under minor pressure. Even simple activities like pulling on a sweater or brushing against a rough surface can cause further damage. Scrubbing, often mistaken as a way to feel cleaner, adds to this problem by creating additional mechanical stress, weakening the skin's integrity over time. This ongoing cycle of washing and drying transforms aging skin into a battlefield of microabrasions and tears, each one a potential entryway for infection. However, seniors who bathe less, perhaps every other day or just 2 to 3 times per week, allow their skin to retain its natural oils and restore its protective barrier. Maintaining hygiene by spot cleaning with a damp cloth in key areas such as the underarms or groin can provide freshness without subjecting the entire body to excessive washing. The advantages of this approach go beyond infection prevention. Fewer skin tears mean reduced discomfort, fewer medical appointments, and a lower chance of complications that could lead to hospitalization, crucial factors for seniors with mobility issues or limited healthcare access. The New England Journal of Medicine reinforces these findings. If you're still watching and find these insights useful, drop a comment with the number 1 to let me know you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so and turning on notifications so you never miss an update. Your support allows us to continue creating informative and inspiring content. Now let's move forward. 3. Falls pose a greater danger than dirt. For seniors, the bathroom is more than just a place for grooming. It's a high-risk environment, and daily bathing only increases the danger. The American Geriatric Society has raised alarms about this issue, emphasizing that falls are one of the top causes of injuries and fatalities among older adults. The statistics are staggering. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, more than 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls every year, leading to millions of emergency room visits, countless fractures, and a significant number of deaths. For those over 70, the risk intensifies as muscle strength diminishes, reflexes slow down, and conditions like arthritis, neuropathy, or osteoporosis compromise balance and stability. Wet, slippery surfaces, like glossy tiles slick with soap or a smooth enamel tub, turn bathrooms into a virtual minefield for seniors already facing mobility challenges. Daily bathing magnifies these dangers in ways that often go unnoticed. Each trip to the shower requires navigating obstacles, stepping over the tub's edge, balancing on one leg to enter or exiting while still wet. Factor in the steam clouding vision, the dizziness caused by heat, or the exhaustion from standing too long, and the chances of a fall increase dramatically. The American Geriatric Society highlights that bathing typically coincides with times of peak fatigue, such as morning grogginess or evening weariness, further heightening the risk. A fall in this scenario isn't just a minor bruise or a momentary scare. It can lead to a broken hip, a traumatic brain injury, or a chain reaction of medical complications that strip away independence. By contrast, reducing bathing frequency, perhaps to once or twice a week, supplemented with sponge baths or targeted washing at the sink, can significantly lower these risks. This small change significantly reduces the number of high-risk trips to the bathroom, lowering exposure to a hazardous environment by half or more. The choice here is obvious. Absolute cleanliness is far less important than personal safety. A little dirt, some sweat, or a mild odor pose a much smaller risk than a broken hip or a head injury. For seniors who live alone or have limited assistance, preventing a fall can mean the difference between remaining independent at home and moving into assisted living. Simple modifications like installing grab bars, placing non-slip mats, or opting for seated showers can certainly help, but cutting down on bath frequency directly addresses the core issue. Fewer trips mean fewer chances to slip and fall. The statistics support this. Research shows that fall prevention strategies focusing on reducing unnecessary risks lead to noticeable declines in injury rates. For older adults, shifting the focus from arbitrary hygiene standards to safety isn't just sensible. It's a critical, life-saving decision that prioritizes well-being above all else. 4. Your body naturally cleans itself. Yes, really? It may seem surprising, but the human body is designed with an efficient self-cleaning system that functions without the need for soap or running water. This isn't a trendy wellness myth. It's basic biology, refined through millions of years of evolution. The skin isn't just a passive surface. It's a dynamic ecosystem teeming with beneficial bacteria, natural oils, and an intricate balance of pH and moisture. These elements work together to maintain skin health, resilience, and cleanliness. For seniors already dealing with age-related skin sensitivity, excessive washing disrupts this finely tuned system, stripping away the very defenses meant to protect it. Reducing shower frequency and allowing the body to regulate itself can help maintain this natural balance, reinforcing the idea that sometimes nature knows best. At the core of this self-cleaning process is the skin microbiome, a bustling community of microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, and microscopic mites that inhabit the skin's surface. Contrary to common belief, many of these microbes aren't harmful but are actually vital allies. Species like Cutibacterium macnes and Staphylococcus epidermidis consume dead skin cells, sweat, and excess oil, breaking them down into harmless byproducts while simultaneously outcompeting harmful bacteria. These beneficial microbes also generate antimicrobial compounds, essentially natural defenses that help fend off dangerous invaders like Staphylococcus aureus, a leading cause of skin infections. At the same time, sebum, the oil secreted by sebaceous glands, forms a protective layer over the skin, locking in moisture and repelling dirt. Meanwhile, dead skin cells shed naturally through a process called desquamation, carrying away built-up grime without any need for scrubbing. This trio, microbes, natural oils, and cell turnover, works together to keep the skin in a state of continuous renewal. No soap required. Frequent bathing, however, disrupts this delicate system. Hot water dissolves sebum, leaving the skin dry and vulnerable. Harsh soaps, which often have high pH levels, destroy beneficial bacteria, throwing the microbiome out of balance and increasing the risk of irritation and infection. For seniors, whose oil production is already reduced and whose microbial diversity declines with age, excessive washing can push the skin from a state of health to one of damage. Studies published in dermatology journals, including the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, indicate that overwashing is linked to higher rates of dryness, eczema flare-ups, and even allergic reactions, clear indicators of a disrupted skin barrier. On the other hand, bathing just a few times a week, perhaps using gentle, pH-balanced cleansers when needed, allows the skin to maintain stability. Odor, often the biggest hygiene concern, can be easily controlled by spot-cleaning high-sweat areas like the underarms and groin, while the rest of the body follows its natural cleansing cycle. For seniors, this approach isn't just practical, it's freeing. It reduces the physical strain of frequent bathing, preserves skin health, and aligns with the body's natural design. Looking at history, humans have thrived for centuries with minimal bathing, relying on the body's own biological defenses long before daily showers became a cultural norm in the 20th century. Seniors today can take inspiration from that resilience, trusting their bodies to maintain basic hygiene and skin health. The outcome? Less irritation, better balance, and stronger defenses, all proof that sometimes skipping the soap can be a step forward in overall well-being. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment, too, below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on notifications so you won't miss future videos. Your support allows us to keep creating informative and inspiring content. Now let's continue. 5 experts agree that once or twice a week is sufficient. Get ready for a revelation that might challenge everything you've been told about hygiene. Leading specialists in dermatology and geriatric care now suggest that seniors only need to bathe once or twice per week. This isn't about abandoning hygiene or lowering standards. It's a well-researched, intentional shift designed to meet the specific needs of aging skin and bodies. Far from neglect, this advice reflects the growing awareness that excessive washing can do more harm than good for those over 70. It's a significant break from the ingrained daily bathing habit, but one that's gaining momentum as science redefines what truly promotes health in later years. This guidance comes from a wide range of experts, including dermatologists, geriatricians, and researchers who study how hygiene interacts with aging. Organizations like the American Academy of Dermatology and specialists from institutions such as Johns Hopkins University stress that frequent bathing isn't a universal requirement. As we've discussed, older skin is thinner, drier, and produces less oil, making it more susceptible to damage from water and soap. But this recommendation extends beyond skincare. It's about adapting hygiene practices to a senior's overall condition. Experts highlight that how often one bathes should depend on individual factors such as physical activity, overall health, and comfort. A sedentary retiree who spends most of their time indoors accumulates significantly less sweat and dirt than an active senior or someone who gardens regularly. A person managing incontinence or chronic wounds may require targeted washing, but a full-body soak isn't always necessary. This personalized approach challenges the outdated belief that daily bathing is a universal benchmark. That idea, which originated more from 20th century soap advertisements promoting freshness than from medical necessity, doesn't hold up for older adults. The evidence is clear. Studies link excessive bathing to increased rates of skin damage, irritation, and even pressure sores in frail seniors. Meanwhile, bathing less frequently helps preserve the skin's protective barrier. There is also a practical aspect. Bathing once or twice per week, supplemented by quick washes with a damp cloth on key areas like the face, hands, and groin, maintains cleanliness without the strain of a full-body wash. Experts further emphasize that odor, often the main reason for frequent bathing, is easily managed. Deodorant, fresh clothing, or a simple wipe-down can suffice. For seniors, this isn't about neglect, it's about making intelligent adjustments to suit their body's changing needs. This shift proves that when guided by science and common sense, sometimes less truly is more. 6. Daily bathing can be exhausting for seniors. What may seem like a routine task is, for many people over 70, a physically draining challenge. Research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, highlights this often overlooked issue, showing how bathing can deplete energy, strain aging bodies, and even trigger severe symptoms. What was once a simple act, stepping into the shower, standing under running water, or getting out of the tub, becomes an exhausting ordeal as muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and stamina declines. Reducing bathing frequency doesn't just protect the skin or minimize fall risks, it also preserves energy, turning bath time from a strenuous task into a manageable routine. The physical effort required to bathe is more demanding than many realize, and research from JAMA breaks it down in stark detail. For starters, standing in a warm shower for 10 to 15 minutes places stress on the cardiovascular system, particularly for seniors with heart conditions or circulation issues. The heat causes blood vessels to expand, which can lower blood pressure and lead to dizziness or lightheadedness, dangerous in a wet, slippery environment. Then there's the issue of breathlessness. Seniors with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or diminished lung capacity may struggle to breathe in the steamy air, turning what should be a refreshing experience into an exhausting battle to inhale. For the millions of seniors with arthritis, nearly half of adults over 65, according to the CDC, every movement during a bath can be painful. Bending down to wash feet, reaching up to scrub the back, or even gripping a bar of soap can aggravate inflamed joints, making what should be a cleansing ritual feel like an endurance test. Even the act of stepping in and out of a tub requires balance and strength, abilities that may have faded, especially for those with neuropathy, which reduces sensation in the feet. The effort doesn't end there. Drying off, reaching difficult spots, and dressing afterward drain what little energy remains, sometimes leaving seniors so fatigued that they need to rest. JAMA highlights cases where this exhaustion lingers, disrupting daily routines. It can mean skipping a walk, missing meal preparation, or dozing off instead of engaging with loved ones. For those dealing with frailty or chronic fatigue, daily bathing can push them into a cycle of depletion, slowly chipping away at their independence. Compare that with a gentler routine, bathing once or twice a week, perhaps while seated in the shower or using a handheld nozzle to ease the strain. This preserves energy for what truly matters, whether it's playing with grandkids, tending to hobbies, or simply enjoying the day. Research supports this shift. Studies show that reducing bath frequency correlates with lower fatigue levels and improved mood among seniors, indicating that energy conservation benefits both physical health and mental well-being. For older adults, adjusting their bathing habits isn't about making sacrifices. It's a conscious decision to maintain vitality and prevent bath time from becoming a battle. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment free below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Your support allows us to keep creating high-quality content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's continue. 7. Hygiene isn't just about bathing. Here's the biggest perspective shift of all. Hygiene doesn't have to mean a full-body bath. And for seniors, that's a liberating realization. The notion that cleanliness requires a daily soak is more cultural tradition than scientific fact. Modern alternatives prove that staying fresh, healthy, and dignified doesn't necessarily involve stepping into a shower or tub. A well-rounded hygiene routine, including wet wipes, hand washing, oral care, clean clothing, and grooming, offers a smarter, safer approach that maintains cleanliness while avoiding the hazards of frequent bathing. This isn't about lowering standards, it's about redefining them to align with the realities of aging. Effective hygiene isn't about how much water is used, it's about making thoughtful, individualized choices. Consider the many practical alternatives. Wet wipes, those pre-moistened essentials, provide a gentle, effective way to clean key areas like the underarms, groin, and face, where sweat and bacteria tend to accumulate. They're mild on delicate skin, don't require rinsing, and eliminate the risk of slipping in the shower. Hand washing, a cornerstone of infection control, keeps germs in check without subjecting the entire body to frequent washing. Oral care, often overlooked in discussions of hygiene, is a major player. Brushing, flossing, and using mouthwash fight bacteria that cause bad breath and disease, ensuring freshness and overall health. Fresh clothing made from breathable fabrics helps wick away moisture and odors, while a quick hair comb through or wipe down maintains a neat appearance. Add deodorant or a light body mist, and you've got a hygiene regimen that delivers results without the effort of a full rinse. This approach isn't just convenient, it's a game changer for seniors facing physical limitations or environmental challenges. Picture an 80-year-old with shaky hands or knee pain struggling with a shower head or climbing into a tub. That can be overwhelming. But wiping down with a washcloth or changing into fresh clothes, that's manageable. And in colder climates, where damp hair and chilly bathrooms can lead to shivers or even pneumonia, dry shampoo or a warm washcloth is a far better option than a full bath. Science backs this shift. Studies in geriatric nursing reveal that seniors using bathing alternatives report feeling just as clean and socially confident as those who bathe daily, but with fewer complaints about skin irritation or fatigue. This strategy also preserves dignity, especially for those with caregivers, by allowing them to maintain personal hygiene on their own terms rather than conforming to a rigid, one-size-fits-all schedule. Ultimately, hygiene isn't about lathering up in soap suds, it's about choosing what works best for the individual. This makes it a flexible, low-risk practice that seniors can master in a way that supports their well-being. The takeaway? For adults over 70, the long-held tradition of daily bathing, once seen as essential for health and respectability, may actually be undermining their quality of life. The evidence is piling up, and it's difficult to ignore. As skin ages, its protective layers thin, and natural oils diminish, making it more vulnerable to damage from excessive washing. Frequent bathing strips moisture, leaving skin dry, irritated, and prone to cracks. Safety is another pressing concern. Slick bathroom surfaces pose a greater threat than a little residual dirt. On top of that, the physical effort required to bathe can sap energy from bodies already running on limited reserves. Yet, the body itself offers a surprising solution. Its built-in cleansing mechanisms, like beneficial bacteria and natural cell turnover, work best when left undisturbed. All these factors point to an unexpected yet compelling reality. Reducing bath frequency to once or twice a week, based on individual needs, may lead to healthier skin, fewer risks, and a better quality of life. This isn't just a passing theory. It's a well-supported shift backed by both science and practicality, with experts in dermatology and geriatrics leading the charge. The American Geriatric Society, the New England Journal of Medicine, and the Journal of the American Medical Association all provide evidence that excessive bathing does more harm than good, while a more measured approach helps protect and maintain well-being. The benefits are clear. Skin that stays hydrated instead of flaky, mornings free from exhaustion or dangerous falls, and more energy available for meaningful activities instead of being spent on a physically draining shower routine. The goal isn't to neglect hygiene but to redefine it, replacing long baths with quick wipe-downs, swapping full soaks for fresh clothing, and trusting the body's natural balance. The key is personalization. A highly active 75-year-old runner will have different needs than a bedbound peer. Climate, culture, and health conditions also play a role in determining the best hygiene routine. That's why consulting a healthcare professional is so important. Whether for yourself or a loved one, they can help fine-tune a bathing schedule that aligns medical insight with individual lifestyles. Who would have thought that stepping away from the bathtub could be a move toward better living? It's a quiet revolution in self-care, challenging long-standing habits. For seniors, it's an opportunity to let go of outdated expectations and embrace a safer, healthier, and more adaptable way to age, one that prioritizes the body's wisdom over rigid societal norms. Less water, fewer risks, and more vitality. That's the surprising advantage of bathing less. And it's a shift worth embracing. So there you have it, the unexpected truth about how often seniors should bathe after 70 and why, in many cases, less can actually be more for maintaining health, safety, and comfort. We've explored how daily showers can dry out delicate skin, increase fall risks, and even work against the body's natural processes. We've also seen how medical experts recommend scaling back to just once or twice a week. It's a lot to process, right? Now, I want to hear from you. What insight from this video has changed the way you think about senior hygiene? Take a moment to reflect. What's one key takeaway that stuck with you? Maybe it's swapping daily showers for wet wipes, focusing more on hand hygiene, or simply rethinking what it means to stay clean as we age. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how this is resonating with you. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a comment, hit the like button, and share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more eye-opening insights like this. Your support helps us keep bringing you smarter, healthier ways to live. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.